What's up, guys? I'm going to show you my workflow for preparing for a Sunday. So this Sunday is special because it's Easter Sunday, and I'm going to show you exactly how all of this fits together and how I prepare. So I've got two windows here. I've got my planning center and I've got Multitrack Rehearsal Mix, and I'm going to show you exactly how to prepare for Sunday, how I would do it. And it's funny because what I do for a lot of the times is I'll create tabs, put them in every key, and then what ends up happening is I need the tabs for future songs that I may not have played in a while. So a lot of times I'll learn these songs right as soon as they come out, and then I may not play them until, for example, now. So this is my first time playing Washed at church, even though I did a tutorial on it and I made tabs for it. So literally what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the worship guitar mastery group, and I'll go in the classroom and I'll look for elevation rhythm, and then you'll see that I have different things here. So I've got the tutorial that I made, the playthrough, and then the tabs, and also I'm going to get the patch as well. So first what I'm going to do is download the tabs. It'll download a zip file. Then what I'm also going to do is show you where to get the patch. So I made a patch for this. So if you go into the classroom and you go into the patch pass, I dropped in the patch here. So you can see what it kind of sounds like in the video. And then I've got the Helix patch, Podgo, HX Stump. And I'm going to be adding new patches to this as well. So these are the patches also in here. And then I also dropped in a Phil Wickham one. So I already have that downloaded, ready to go. And I'm using Helix Native, especially when I practice. So now that I got everything from the group, what I'm going to do is open up, I have it downloaded here. So I have the washed tabs here. And then you'll see when you download it, it's everything in every key. So you'll notice that there are two files. There's a Guitar Pro file, which I highly recommend. And then there's the PDF version in case you don't have it. I'm going to open it in Guitar Pro. So what I'm going to do is go back to Planning Center. We're playing it in F, which is going to be different because the original is in B. Then I'm going to open up the Guitar Pro version, and you'll get to see and hear exactly what it sounds like in F. So there are a couple different ways you could play this. I tried to keep, when I transpose, the exact fingering as much as possible, especially because that first, in the original key, it's in B, like I said. So it's going from, you have the open B string in the original key. So in the tabs here, I kept it like that, and I recommended capoing on the 6th fret. I'm probably not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do instead is play, because we have a second guitar player as well. I'm going to put the capo probably on the 1st fret and play in E shapes. That'll give me a lot more range on the fretboard. And I'm going to maybe play it an octave up. Because I know that I'm playing lead on it, and I have an electric guitar too. And so what we typically do is he plays lower on the fretboard. So instead of me dropping it lower, I'll probably play the higher octave. So like I said, I have that patch downloaded. You'll see that this is in Logic, and I'm using the exact patch for the song. And it's so specific. You got to get that chorus and like that clean tone. So from there, I have my different parts. I can hear the timing of it, which is why I like Guitar Pro more. So I know exactly where to play it and what the timing is. And I have the ear candy part here. So it's in the exact key that I wanted it in. And I do this for every single song tutorial and tab that I do. So that's kind of how I would do this. Also, I have Rehearsal Mix open. I can change the key. I don't know if you've ever messed around with this, but it's in Multitrack's Rehearsal Mix. Sometimes if I want to play along to the song as well, what I can do is go to Rehearsal Mix and put the key that I want it in, and then it will play the song in that key. Because I know a lot of churches do planning center or plan their set lists differently, where my church doesn't put the exact key in planning center, but I've been in other churches where they do. And so if you want to hear the song in its actual key and have the tabs pulled up and play over top, that is probably the best combination. So we're going to do one more. We also have I Know a Name and Jesus Be the Name. So what I'm going to do is go back to the worship guitar master group, go to the classroom, and those are both elevation songs. So if we go to the elevation worship one, you'll see that I have all of these. Transpose, I've got Jesus Be the Name, and if you click guitar tabs, it'll download that, the PDF's guitar profile. And then, what was the other one? Jesus Be the Name and I Know a Name. So right here. So I already downloaded those, and these are just for education stuff. This is supposed to help you practice and get better. So we've got both of these folders open, and we're doing this in the key of F. Jesus Be the Name is in B flat. So the original is in D flat. We'll find the B flat version. We'll open that. And then I Know a Name. We're doing it in F. Original's in C. I actually want the Guitar Pro. So we got all of these pulled up in the exact key that we're playing them in. And you'll hear some of that. So I Know a Name has a very specific part in it. And so what I will do for this song is Capo 5, because let me get over to my other, more of a general worship patch. So that helps me with preparation. So Capo 5, the first intro and the chorus. And there's also that part that it's not the right BPM. The BPM, oh, it also gives you the BPM, so 86. So So that is my workflow. You'll see that there are a lot of guitar parts that I'll have to figure out, and knowing that it's this weekend where we have 2 guitar players, I'll have to really figure out what I'm going to play. And if you're playing lead with another guitar player that's playing rhythm, my current setup is I try to stay up higher and out of the way, and he'll probably stay lower. He usually sticks with chords, like lower chords and stuff like that. So that is the workflow of how we do this, and we have currently 316 people doing this already, and we're growing fast. So if you want to see any of this, there's a 7-day free trial. You get access to obviously all of the tutorials and tabs that I just showed you, but we have a lot of other cool things, speed exercises, backing tracks. Just created a worship backing track that you can play over if you want to get better at improv, Nashville numbers mastery, and all of the things. Got even a lick library. Patch pass is what I'm going to be moving in the direction. Also, there's a worship team ready assessment. It takes you about 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll give you a score based on how worship team ready you are, but it'll also give you some categories of things that you might want to consider working on. So if any of that interests you, that is in the description. Link is in the description. 7-day free trial, and we'll see you guys in the next video.